Hello and good evening. This is
Good
Sivadanus,
evening.
a second year student pursuing manufacturing engineering from CEG. I am a member of the Guindy Times, the official student magazine of CEG, ACT, and SAP. As part of our competitive exam series, it's an immense pleasure to hear from Ms. Priyanka, who has secured All India Rank 68 in the recently concluded UPSC Civil Services examination. Welcome, Ms. Priyanka, and thank you for your valuable time. First and
Thank
foremost, congratulations on your success. Can you tell us more about yourself?
uh, yes, you introduce as I'm Priyanka. I'm 2017 passed out from CEG. I belong to BE Biomedical Engineering. So I'm from Pandruti. Basically, you know about it. It's in Kadalur district, and I completed my schooling in Pandruti. And uh, from my childhood, I'm interested to join government exam. So I decided in my third year of my college that I'm going to give UPSC.
That's great, Ka. The UPSC Civil Service examination is one of the toughest examinations in the country and probably in the world as well. So, when and how did you start your preparation?
Yes, I think this is the one of the biggest myth I feel. It's not that much toughest. They expect from us the basic understanding about our country, and that's the thing this examination needed. And as I earlierly said, I decided to give UPSC in my third year. So in final year, I attended weekend classes from Leo Club they arranged, and I gathered some information regarding book source and what are all the options I'm going to take. So after only my graduation, I completely started to prepare for UPSC examination.
That was certainly insightful, Ka. So, how did you stay focused throughout the journey?
So want to be focused in their field. I feel if there is a proper goal, one can be really motivated throughout their journey. So I have a goal that I should do this. So this thing always run in my mind. So that's the my goal keeps me motivated throughout the journey.
That's great, Ka. So the other thing is one of the most common confusions amongst the aspirants is to decide the number of books required for a particular subject, considering the amount of resources we have today. So what's your suggestion regarding this?
Yes, as you said, after the penetration of online resources, there are a lot of stuffs which are revolving around. So the aspirants feel difficult to select those things. So one should keep in mind that there should be one standard book for every subject. They should thoroughly revise those things again and again to get basic understanding. So after that, if they need it, they can go for other resources. Otherwise, one book is enough. If it is for polity, they can go for Lakshmikant. If it is for geography, basic NCRTs are enough. Likewise, they can choose one standard book which they have to refer for each subject, and then they can go if needed only. Otherwise, not numerous books are needed for a particular subject.
That's nice, Ka. So what was your strategy with regards to the preparation of the detailed application from the DAF and the interview?
So basically, here interview is like not a question and answer session. It will like a discussion. They will analyze our personality. So we have to be truthful in that way. So in DAF, you have to truth. You should be give true things as much as possible. So if you given that, they will definitely question from that. So if have done those things, you can properly explain those things. So it you will get good marks from that. In my case, I have given writing letters to the editor as my hobby. So I received so many questions from that. So in this way, you be truthful to the DAF filling, and the interview will be good only. They are very friendly, and they will make you to speak. So you don't worry. So nothing we have to fear about interview.
Okay, Ka. So you have cleared this examination in your second attempt. So did you lose hope after not clearing in your first attempt?
Yes, this is my second attempt, but in my first attempt itself, I went up to an interview. That I feel one of the big achievement. If I can do that in the first attempt, I can definitely do that in second attempt. That's the thing which run in my mind. So I rectified those mistakes which I have done in the first attempt, so that I can able to clear this with this good rank. So for many people, it might take third attempt, fourth attempt, or fifth attempt. So one thing they should keep in mind that if there is a consistent effort, they anyone can definitely get service.
Absolutely, Ka. So, from your experience of preparing for this examination, do you think that joining a coaching center is necessary for preparation?
Uh, it depends upon one own background. So if you don't have any mentors or any family members to guide you, uh, you definitely need a coaching so that it will give some direction. Uh, so that without direction you might read random stuff, so you cannot able to make it in second or first attempt. So I feel coaching is necessary, but if your financial background is not supporting, there are a lot of people who cleared with self preparation. It's based on one personal background only.
That's great, Ka. So, we already talked about the role of the Leo Club. So, again, I'm coming back to the question. So, how did CG as an institution help in shaping your mind towards UPSC?
Here I should be thankful to CEG because it's CEG which introduced me UPSC. Before, since I'm from a small town, I don't aware about UPSC. Just I want to be a government officer, but I don't know the means how I could become a government officer. In that sense, CEG shown me UPSC, and also uh, in a personality development, CEG has helped me a lot. I have been part of various clubs, and I developed my leadership skill. And I also been an lady president in Students Association in my final year. So these are all the things which I filled in detailed application form, which are reflected as question in interview. So I feel very advantageous being CEGN.
Absolutely, Ka. Hypothetically, had you not been selected this time, what would have been your backup plans?
Yes, I had a backup plan because this is an examination. Even though we give full effort, there are some chances we might not get into the service. So I planned for some business. So I'm from Panruti, so where jackfruit is famous, but it's not providing any benefit or profit to the farmers there. So I planned for some food processing with that jackfruit. So this kind of business idea I had if I'm not getting to the service.
That's nice, Ka. So, could you shed some light on the general trend in ranks attained for the different posts under UPSC, like the minimum rank required for selection?
Okay, it varies every year depending upon the vacancies, but as IAS and IFS and IPS vacancies are fixed, if you are a general category candidate, up to 80-85 rank you get IAS. If you are OBC candidate, you can get up to 300. So likewise, based on others' preference also, this trend varies every year. So for IAS, for general category student, they should be get under 80 rank.
Finally, what would be your advice to the future aspirants?
So for future aspirants, I like to tell that it is one of the best opportunity that civil service gives you to serve the country. It also provide a lot of diverse uh, career you can work with, and you can positively impact the society through this job. So for that, you have to work hard to clear this examination. Not a hard work. You need a smart work. You have to properly choose the sources, and you have to practice answer writing, and you have to personally develop yourself to present better in the interview. So if you do all these stuff with the consistency and perseverance, definitely you can do. So don't lose your hope if you get failed in first attempt. So don't be afraid that this is a big examination. We can't do that. Even average student or student from rural background or students studied with Tamil medium have cleared this examination. So if you are hardworking and if you are consistent, yeah, you can clear this exam.
Your words were definitely thoughtful, Ka, and I hope it would be inspiring for all of us out here. Thank you so much for spending time with us despite your busy schedule. On behalf of all the members of the Gindi Times, I wish you all the best for your future endeavors. Thank you, Ka.